Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey and welcome back to another Red Dead Online video. Now in today's video, we are going to be going over this week's update, going into this week's update. Whether it's going to be an update or not an update, that is yet to remain the question. Now the thing that we're actually going to be going over is some of the information that Rockstar has given to us through their newswire, so you guys can actually follow along at rockstargames.com if you guys would like to be able to check this out. And we're going to sprinkle in a little bit of speculation and with just a little bit of things that are going on in the world around us as of right now. So let's just dive right into it and kind of just see what happens. So anyway, we obviously have heard nothing from Rockstar about any type of actual update that's coming to Red Dead Online. Now there has been some speculation from people within the community that have said that it's actually coming within a very, very short amount of time, and honestly sometime probably in April. Now I want to talk about specifically April the 7th, which is tomorrow from the time that I'm actually recording this video, and I don't think that's going to happen tomorrow. Now, let's go back a few weeks ago and actually look at rockstargames.com and actually look at their newswire report. A few weeks ago, we started getting some of the reach, rank, whatever, 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50, or 60, and you were given basically for veterans and new players alike. So those are some of the things that were offered. The first time that it actually came out, it was given until sometime in March. And then the week later, it was actually extended to April the 6th, which would be today as the day that I'm actually recording this video. Or yesterday, depending on when you actually see this. Now, if you look at last week's update, it actually said until June, which would have been the first Tuesday in June. So good through that first Monday, and then whatever would be coming in June. And then they switched back to April the 6th this week. So each week, it has actually slightly changed. And now last week, it was put into June, and now all of a sudden this week, it was moved back up to April the 6th. Now, was that just a mistake, or was that a hint by Rockstar? And then maybe Take-Two is like, no, you have to change that back because we don't want people to know that there's nothing coming until June. There's a lot. Obviously, there's a lot of speculation from that. But since then, we've actually had some information from the community, or even just it was during that time that people said that it was going to be coming out sometime in April. Now, that's very possible, but Rockstar has yet to actually make any indication of what's going to be happening as far as an actual update to Red Dead Online. But however, it actually sounds like there might not be any new roles that are going to be introduced in the next update. Now, if you guys want to see specifics, then we're not really going to talk about that in this video, because I want to talk a little bit more about tomorrow's update and what that actually means for the future of Red Dead Online and the players and the community with everything that's actually going on. First of all, Rockstar and Take-Two has to know that its player base is dwindling and going away extremely quickly within Red Dead Online. Now, obviously, the introduction of the roles back in September and then the Moonshiner role back in December brought players back, but they came in and they left as fast as they actually came back in. So that leaves us back to where we were before the update, the summer update actually even happened, or the Frontier Pursuits update ever even happened. People are like that, and it's actually even gotten worse. And I'm talking specifically about griefing, and I'm talking about spawn rates and camp issues and a lot of other things that are actually happening, including even hackers, where they've actually even gone, Rockstar has even made very clear that if you're caught hacking and glitching, that could potentially mean a complete ban on Red Dead Online completely. Now, that was specifically talking to PC players, but I still feel that there are people that have cheated and hacked and whatever. And I'm not just talking money-wise, but I'm talking like PvP-wise and have some kind of underlying thing going on, we'll just call it for the time being, with their profiles. Now, I think that before Rockstar actually introduces any of their new update, and this is why I think it's been postponed, so to speak, and this is why we haven't heard any information on it, is I feel like Rockstar and even the rest of the community has said that Rockstar really needs to focus on fixing a lot of the issues that they have in the game. Griefing is still a huge issue, and they definitely need to do something to curb that, in my honest opinion. It's a lot different in Grand Theft Auto. Again, I play both games, and I'm just going from experience. When I go into a full lobby on Grand Theft Auto, I don't ever get touched at all. I log into Red Dead Online, not even doing anything, and I get killed a few times, and I can just stand there. And I've actually tested this just to see. So then you guys go ahead and log into Red Dead Online and see how long you guys can last. Go to a major city, Valentine, Saint Denis, Blackwater, one of those just seems to be the more popular hotspots, and see how long you guys last. And don't even, I'm not saying kill them back, I'm just saying how long does it take for someone to actually kill you without you doing anything back to them. That, to me, that's a huge problem, and Rockstar needs to address this. You know, I guess I'm all for people, I guess, doing the stuff against the trader rule and whatnot. However, if you're having people pay in-game money and then they lose that in-game money, I'm talking specifically about the moonshine business, and even the time that it's taken to do some of the trading rule, and somebody loses all of that, I can tell you that the person that's actually doing that, if they did that and something happened to them, they would be even more pissed off than the person that it was actually happening to. Because that's the type of players that grief players for other materials. If you want materials, go hunting. If you want resupplies, do a resupply mission. You don't need to harm anybody else's stuff, but that's kind of like what I believe Rockstar really needs to focus on, and I'm hoping that they're actually addressing that in whatever next update actually comes to Red Dead Online. Now let's talk a little bit about tomorrow's update and what that actually means for us. I don't think we're actually going to be getting any type of a major update. I think it's going to be a continuation of basically these reach, rank, whatever is going to be happening. We might see, you know, we've seen Moonshiner, we've seen all the different roles have basically 100% bonuses in the role XP, but that means there's nothing else being received really anywhere else. They've given us discounts on maps, which is a huge discount because it's like 80% off, which is absolutely amazing. But this last week, we got 50% bonus on all bounty payouts, including legendary bounties. So if you guys weren't a legendary bounty, you should have definitely participated in that. And I believe it was actually even cheaper last week as well. I don't remember 100% sure, but I believe it was actually discounted last week. So what is Rockstar going to do? They've already given us, they're only giving us role XP, but they gave us 50% cash bonus on the bounty payouts and whatnot. But what's next? They've kind of exhausted all of their options to keep players, and I mean the current players, truly happy. A lot of people are telling me in my live streams that I'm not even doing on Red Dead Online that they've given up on the game. They've moved to other games. They don't care about Rockstar, and they don't care about what they've done to the community. They've ruined a really good game. And the only thing that they're actually doing is logging on because they're hoping that in the future, Rockstar changes this mentality for a lot of players. But the only thing that they're actually doing is one daily challenge, and they're actually turning off their console or turning off the game as quick as they turn it on because they want nothing to do with Red Dead Online. Now, I say nothing, but they're still doing the daily challenges, which, you know, it's a little weird. I still do the daily challenges, and I put about probably an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours into the game or so, sometimes a little bit longer, but I that's all that I can do with it anymore. I have everything maxed out. I have no new opportunities. I've got a ton of money. I've got a ton of gold because I do like 7 daily challenges every day or more every single day. So I have plenty of gold. I've purchased everything that I want with gold, and there's nothing else that I really need to do in Red Dead Online. So I'm not really saying that, I'm saying that, and I hate using the word bored, but I would rather play a different game than playing what we currently have in Red Dead Online as of right now. That's all I'm saying. I would rather put in a different disc, move on to something else, and call it, not necessarily call it quits because I do play it every single day still, but that's just to keep up on the daily challenges because I'm hoping that Rockstar gets their out of their you know what, and decides to actually do something for the community in Red Dead Online and actually make it a game that's very worthwhile to play now, like it was in the past, and brings players back again. But unfortunately, if it brings players back again, they need to do something about the griefing, and I would love to see a sheriff role where people can actually truly, not even a bounty, like a bounty, but if somebody kills somebody else and they press charges, as soon as that person presses a charge, either that griefer needs to, 1, switch lobbies, or 2, needs to go and pay off that debt right away, because it'll instantly get an alerted to a sheriff role, because that person can go after them. And if they catch them alive, they could kill them, and then that person has to pay the bounty instantly. Or making bounties more higher, because I feel like bounties should be way higher than what it is, because if people are going to grief, it shouldn't be cents, it should be dollars. That prevents especially lower players from griefing, because if they already don't have the money, they're not going to want to have a bounty on them, because they're not going to be able to afford it. And then what would happen is they would basically go to the sheriff's station. That's what I would love to see actually happen in Red Dead Online, but it's probably not going to happen, and it's probably pretty far-fetched. But it would be absolutely amazing if they would actually give the opportunity to the player. Now, let's go back to what I believe about the actual update for Red Dead Online. And I actually don't think that we're going to see anything at all during spring. I honestly really hope that I am wrong on that, but I feel like we're not going to see anything until after June 21st, which the last week's update did say it was, I think it was the first Monday in June, so that would actually just be just before. And if it honestly comes out in spring, it's going to be really late. We're already going on a few weeks into spring already, and even if they announce something right now, the last time they did it, it came out about a week, and then the time before that, for the summer update, they actually fully released, and it was like 2 weeks later, even though they had told us that they were going to be releasing a summer update way back at the, like in spring, and they're like, oh, and then they never gave it to us right away. Now, they were accurate with what they actually did. They did release it in the summer, but people had to wait an extremely long amount of time, and that's exactly what I feel like we're having to do right now. We've waited over 3 months for anything substantial to happen in Red Dead Online, and it continues to get worse. I would love to actually hear what you guys have to say about Red Dead Online, and what you guys actually truly think about it. Do you guys play it anymore? Do you want to play it? What do you want to see change? And what would you really like to see Rockstar bring to the table that has never been really discussed? I would love to hear what you guys have to say down in the comment section down below. But that is all the time that I have for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, and maybe you guys kind of feel the same way that I do about a lot of things, and a thumbs up would definitely mean the world to me. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing, because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.